said something directly
Hey,
to the contrary.
everybody.
Hello.
Live.
We're here.
Whoa.
Internet.
We're people.
Welcome.
Live on
We're good
that.
beings. Goodness.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to High Shelf Collective for the finale of Beacons of Farlight Arc 2, baby. JT said that like we could do whatever we want, and they weren't going to be mean to us. So I'm really excited for today. It's going to be super nice and
Say that.
healing and wonderful. But I guess like announcements and stuff. We have. Oh, let's not look at my calendar. Let's look at the actual calendar. Obviously we have this today, but starting next Wednesday, we'll have oh my god, why did my calendar just move to December 2023? We living in the past, baby. Oh boy. All right. On Wednesday will be the start of like some fun one-shots all throughout the month of July. The
Tuesday.
first one, what? Did I say what,
Tuesday,
Thursday?
right?
Tuesday. I see Casey. Oh, Nix's is on Tuesday. Just kidding. I lied.
Oh.
There's one right before that. Tuesday and Wednesday we'll have some one-shots. The first of which being, let me remember the name because it's like Spooky Ghost Hunt something that way that I not your average ghost hunt, ran by the wonderful Nix. You have seen them here playing things like Wild Sea and running games and such. And then we will have a Cyberpunk International game ran by Casey. It's Cyberpunk Red, but it's not in Night City. So come hang out and see what that is all about. We also have tomorrow the continuation of our the Last Caravan, distinctly different from the Lost Caravan. Don't forget. Which it's getting weird. It's been weird. I think we're technically leaving.
It's weird. Yeah, we're gonna be somewhere else.
Virginia or something. Yeah. So keep an eye out for that as we get that going. And yeah, we have a lot of other one-shots and things. I'm not gonna expect us all to remember them now in July, as well as the beginning of season 2 of our Werewolf the Apocalypse campaign. So keep an eye out for that, and a whole new campaign ran by Bobby from 2000 Tales of Sigil and Shadow coming in July. So lots of fun stuff coming. Get us through some summer break with some things to watch. So keep an eye out. But before I fully throw it over to JT, let's go around and everybody tell us who you are and who you are playing today. I'll start and then do the circle and hopefully not goof it up this time. Hi, I am Taylor, or at Potato, and I will be your Spark, the little shade binder. And what else did I take? I had to take new stuff now. Shadow Dancer. Really embracing the shadows. All right. With that, I'm gonna throw it over to Eve.
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Eve. Or Ethan, if you have a lot of time on your hands and you can pronounce the whole thing. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm playing Gigi tonight, who's a dragon rider, legally distinct from a dragoon. I don't have Final Fantasy 14 on my mind right now. But yeah, that's who I'm playing.
Well, then let's go to Harp.
Hi, I'm Harper. I'm gonna be Maisie. She's a nightmare. And at this point, maybe in both senses of that word, but that is for sure her primary class and job right now.
Wonderful. Then over to Kit.
Hey, that's me. I'm Kit. Tonight I will be Alethos, your favorite Arethian's favorite Arethian. Just a little AI eating his feelings. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And then Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. I am playing Akonis, who is a life weaver. Just a little lad, me and Onion, just out here trying to keep everybody alive.
Yes. And then we'll throw it over to JT, and you can take it from there.
Hello, I am JT. I am the progenitor of all things in this world. I am the bard, weaving every tale. And tonight, I am also the emperor, ready to bring upon forsaken Planetfall, which is where we find our lovely heroes tonight. They are in the wastes of the Carbon Imperium, a dead land with no life growing in it whatsoever, except perhaps a current ongoing miracle, I think it would be best to say. Last we left our heroes, they had come back to camp to find Archimicarus had started her activation early and was getting ready to dissipate into the ether and begin the game. She was, however, quite abruptly stopped by Spark's quick thinking and Maisie's capacity to move between the real world and shadow at whim, and so was convinced to deactivate, wherein the Emperor decided to try to claim her once and for all. Maisie was to be executed as decreed by said Emperor in the moment, only to be saved by the Lance. And in the midst of trying to stop the Emperor from acquiring Archimicarus, Spark and Delethos stepped into the white space of data to speak with her, wherein she said, I am willing to help you. If you can defeat the Emperor, I can give you an opening to do so. And so Archimicarus was turned over to and absorbed by the Emperor, who then disappeared. And the Lance was left bleeding and dying until Akonis, through sheer force of will and one of the best net 20s we have rolled in this game, was able to conjure an acorn to replace their heart. And that is where we find our heroes now. The acorn has been implanted into the wound, and you see there are no movements for a brief moment, but after a second of waiting and bated breath, little wooden tendrils begin to sprout from the acorn and pull the Lance's wound closed. Annalise is watching in shock and awe at this. Akonis, you are sitting over the Lance as energy begins to pulse from their chest. And all of you sense the restoration of life. Not something you might have thought possible before, maybe not. But after a few dead moments of air, their eyes crack open, and they look up to see the five of you standing over them. Hi.
I didn't think that was going to work. I'm going to be honest.
Didn't think what was going to work. What happened?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. You tripped.
Not really anything worth worrying about now. Maybe.
I was gone.
Yes.
And now you're not. So most everybody's happy about that, I think.
Where is he?
Lethos just points to where Spark had previously pointed out the I believe the green tie is still connected. Gone, but not lost.
What are you going to do?
Her best.
Play the game.
Hopefully
like
kill
those
him. I'm
answers.
going to be honest.
I also
Fingers
like that
crossed.
answer.
Yeah. I'd like him to be dead, so.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I didn't think that he would kill me. I didn't think that he would kill you guys either, but I guess after Archimicarus tried to activate, he didn't see much of a use in keeping you around. So I'm sorry.
You just saved my
Cannot die
life.
coming.
I think you've probably earned a little bit of a rest. So I don't want to speak for you and like where you're at, but if I were you, I would grab that beautiful lady's hand right there. Hi. And just run really far away, like pick a
He doesn't know
direction and
you're
go.
alive.
Yeah.
South,
Like
preferably.
most oaths are like till death, and you already did that. So like I think you're good to go. I think you get to just go now.
We're not on an oath system.
Oh well,
Well, then you
still.
got this.
You kind of are now.
Well, we should really get going. You, right? It feels pretty time sensitive, right? She just turns to everybody.
Do you know where he went?
Yes.
Tower.
You see the Lance will force themselves to sit up, and
Lance,
they unclasp a little computer on their wrist and slide it to you, Maisie.
what's this?
It's my matter transmitter. If your robot friend can get the coordinates, you should be able to get there fast as you want.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Are they talking about me?
Is Alethos
Yeah.
robot?
In a way, right? You're like sorry.
I thought you were like a data ghost or something.
Yeah, that's.
That would be more accurate. Perhaps.
I guess I have a very loose definition of robot. That's on me.
I just really haven't thought about it too much. I'm gonna be honest.
Robots are typically mechanical. Yes.
I don't know. I've never seen one. Actually, yeah, I have.
Have I? I don't know if we had those.
It's just a really weird point to nitpick.
Yeah.
It's only my entire identity.
Yeah.
I'm mostly data for what it's worth.
Okay.
Hey, Lance, in case we don't see you again, for whatever reasons, if that's us, statistically, it's probably more likely to be on us than on you. Thanks.
For what?
You saved my life 30 like 2 minutes ago.
You only bullied us like a little bit at the beginning.
You did also kill me, so 1 for 1, I guess. But I really appreciated this one.
They don't say anything. They just sort of get that awkward, like, sure, yep.
Maisie's gonna give him a hug.
It takes them a moment, but they do hug you back.
I jump in. I'm initiating group hug.
Group
I've
hug
seen this one before.
initiated.
Hot girl walk and group hug. This is a great day. All things, like a few events notwithstanding, this is a great day now.
It's like cheek pressed to somebody. I'm learning so much.
Spark is just kind of sobbing and like apologizing and just like mumbling over words into the Lance's ear, like way too loud, too close about like being mean to them and so sorry and I should have trusted them and I can't believe they died, but I'm glad they're not dead. But also like we're probably gonna die anyway. It's a there's a spiral happening.
Okay, I don't want to make you guys emotionally devastated before you go face another unwieldy foe on my behalf. When you guys win, come to Citadel, and I will see to it that we figure this out.
We'll try.
Can I talk to Abby really quick?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna think really hard. Are you able to talk to him now too? To them now too?
Yes.
At the same time?
It's more like a telepathy situation.
Okay.
Their
Okay.
acorn is their own.
Can you tell them that I said that we can talk like this?
You should be able to do it.
Telepathically?
That is what telepathy means.
Oh. I'm gonna think at the lance really hard. Can
They
you hear me?
they whip their head around and pull out their weapon and just start looking so frantically around.
I'm gonna just like grab blindly at the weapon. Just calm down, relax. It's me, and I'm saying this out loud.
How did you do that?
Do you really want to get into that right now? It's kind of gonna reevaluate your whole being alive situation in the moment.
Talk about it later.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
if I had to reevaluate my whole identity and existence, you can do yours. That's fair.
That's they have a good point. Basically, you don't have a heart anymore. You have an acorn, and because of that, because I have an acorn, we can talk to each other in our minds.
Okay.
After you're very calm about this.
I was already an undead soldier before.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of alive now. You will have to go south eventually. The acorns. You have your own acorn. It's gonna have its own name. I call mine Abby. Find some
Be
seeds.
normal.
Feed
Do
it
we
seeds.
know about the acorn?
Not really.
I'm
Not in detail.
just staring very
Sort of.
confused at this entire conversation quietly.
Feed it seeds. You'll eventually get its name. Or maybe it'll give it to you up front. I don't know. My acorn's kind of an asshole, but hopefully yours is nicer.
Rude.
But if we need to stay in touch, if anything happens, I don't know how far this telepathy works, but technically right now we're both connected to the tree all the way in the south of the scar, so I think we'll be able to keep touch.
Good to know.
And I'm going to turn to the others. Didn't feel pertinent to share.
Who am I to judge, you know?
Understandable.
I appreciate
Frankly.
it. But like
I
we
haven't
all
even
have our
talked about like
things.
any of my stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So it's fair enough.
Yeah.
Pretty much same. Or I guess I don't know. I feel like I'm mod. Alithos, do you know how to work this thing? And is gonna slide across the thing the lance gave Maisie.
Hmm.
Said you or they
One
said you
moment.
knew the coordinates for
Yes.
where we're going?
Location.
How long would that take to figure out? I'm not this isn't really my thing.
Hey, God. Is that
Like
something
2
that I could just
seconds.
sort of? Yeah, that's something I could just
Yeah,
kind of.
you and Spark both like fundamentally know where this tower is at the moment.
Yeah, give me a moment to
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
I mean we can
interface.
chill out here for a second. For sure.
Shouldn't take that long. Will this transport all of us?
Yeah,
Hopefully. Okay. Cool.
you just have to like hold hands, which I know you all love to do.
Hot girl walk, yes. And then we'll sort of, I don't know, ghost in the machine, try to figure out how do I get coordinates from my brain into this piece of machinery.
While that is happening, do we have any other conversations we would like to have? Because once Alethos punches that in, it's ass
game
kicking
time.
time.
I'm not punching it in yet. I'm just figuring out how to do it so when it's go time, we're ready.
Yes.
I think Gigi wants to pull Maisie aside and talk.
Hey, what's up, Teach?
Yeah. So I know that it's been like a little weird because like I'm so tall now and like I'm kind of different.
Yeah.
And like if I'm a different person or if I'm not a different person is really like frankly a little unclear to me at this point.
Same.
But like I don't know, like if we're gonna like go like die, which I don't think is going to happen, at least keep a positive outlook on things. But if we do, I just feel like Gigi, and I mean like the other one too, which I get, not really the point.
The collective GG kind
The
of.
collective Gigi, I feel like there's some stuff that they, which I don't know if that's singular or plural really. Okay, we don't
You
have
can
to
say I. You can
I.
say you.
There's some
Yeah.
things that I really wouldn't want to leave unsaid. But I just don't want you to feel like you're alone, because I know that for a long time you made Gigi, you made me feel like I wasn't alone. And I've been getting kind of a vibe that you feel like you're really alone. Can't like talk about stuff, but if you got anybody, you got me, you know?
Thanks, Cheech. I um
I'm sorry I never figured out why you don't have a shadow.
I'm kind of past that at this point. I'm kind of dealing with it. I've got bigger problems now. I was really upset about it
Yeah.
back then, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
like when we get back to like no more bigger problems, I'm right back on it.
Okay, that
Pinky
sounds
promise.
good. Yeah, we'll get there, I'm sure. And yeah, no, it's just been pretty crazy lately. I promise. You guys are great. Yeah, no, I think I looks around at like everybody, and including GG. Just, I think I needed this after all the scav shit happened.
Yeah.
GG, do you remember? I mean, I don't know how echoes work. Do you remember a lot about your old plane?
I feel like I remember like more the longer I'm here. Yeah.
Did you in your perfect world, did you have a Maisie?
I had somebody really special to me, and I think I'd call that a Maisie, yeah.
Maisie's going to like look away because she doesn't know what to do right now.
You're just gonna give Maisie a hug.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, and in the hug, whenever you have to go back there, tell her hi for me.
I'll do that.
Tell me hi for me. I don't know.
Yeah, however it works,
And Maisie is going to hold onto the hug for a little bit longer than I think she should.
I think Gigi will give you just like a little kiss on the cheek and kind of like go like, I think it's probably starting to get a little like suspicious over here. So like maybe we should go back to
Okay, yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, at the kiss on the cheek, Maisie's just like,
that's as platonic as you want it to be, frankly. Like it's all good. Like I'm not even
it's
tripping.
fine.
I'm from a different reality, so like it's all good.
No,
I get it. It's like a
it's
little
okay.
bit of a different.
Yeah. I'm just not used to. Okay, let's. Alithos, how's it going?
Just like blank stare. It's just data. Like has seen nothing. You've got privacy. It's okay.
Spark is also sitting there blank stare, but it's just that look that Spark gets sometimes when they just really are disassociating. She's
Just
gone.
lent the brain cell over.
Yeah.
May's just gonna put a hand on Spark's shoulder. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know how I am. I'm not one to kind of sugarcoat things. I don't know if we got this, but thank you so much for shit. Just like generally. Gigi just talked to me. I just want to make sure everybody here knows that I thank them very much. You are so courageous, genuinely. You've been put into terrifying situations and done better than I could ever. So, yes, thank you, Spark.
Thanks, maybe. I don't know if we've got this either, but I don't doubt we're gonna try really fucking hard.
How sweet. Alethos, it does not take you long to triangulate the position of this tower.
I know, I was giving him a minute.
Based on the rising influx of energy coming from said tower, as well as the surprising ecological readings that have been sort of emanating out from this place. You can get there in one shot.
Hey, G, what kind of ecological readings?
Based on what you know about this planet from before the catalyst exploded, this sudden influx in ecological data is akin to that of how the area would have looked prior to its corruption.
That, interesting. Yeah, I think Alethos will sort of, comes back to the group. I am ready to send us where we need to be. Are we ready to go there? Based on the readings, I doubt we will have much time to discuss once we materialize.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what fighting him is gonna look like, but I'll do my best to let you guys do whatever you need to do. My chains can take some hits, so
Is our goal to stop everything?
stop him for sure.
What do you mean by everything?
I mean, everyone keeps talking about resetting, or at least he was, and I don't know enough about what that looks like to know if everyone else agrees or disagrees with that. Looks over at Maisie. I don't think that you agree. I'm not 100% certain, but that's what I feel the most confident on.
I don't know anything about this. I don't know much. I thought the Emperor made some good points, but he just tried to stab me. So I'm not gonna read too much into that right now.
Was that stabbing enough to change your opinion on the future of the world?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I was thinking maybe we just like turn him into atoms, and then if we want to do something with the pieces after that, we can figure that out then. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of pin-up aggression.
I will remind you all that you don't need to do that anymore.
Huh?
Alethos has acquired all of the components that Archimicris was comprised of.
We don't need to get into all that.
So, from a technical standpoint, and I'm reminding you above the table, GM to player, you don't need Archimicris to do what you want to do after you finish whatever you're doing to the Emperor.
We do need the Emperor to not do anything with her.
Yes.
So you turn the Emperor to atoms. And
So
then
we
figure
can
out
cross
the
that bridge
rest.
later. For sure.
We-
Nice.
We can have a discussion about it, yes.
That's a crossing of a bridge in my eyes. You know?
You don't want to have that discussion right now, Kit?
That's a discussion that you can have with Alethos, who
See,
has
this is why Alethos didn't
an
need the
autonomy.
self-righteousness. This is why we didn't need Alethos to absorb
I don't know
self-righteousness.
what
That'd
you're
be
talking
problematic.
about. I don't know what part of this is reading as self-righteous. I'm just the normal
I'm
kind
just
of
saying-
righteous.
I'm just
It's
saying
fine.
the self-righteous would make it worse. You know, like I just feel like maybe that worsened the situation.
I think it would fix me.
That is
Um,
an opinion.
So does every white man in America, you know?
That's Alethos' final form.
No,
Oh no!
a white guy from
white
Nebraska.
man. No.
White guy from the-
Nebraska? Maybe we do turn it back, guys.
Run
It's
it
clearly
back.
the wrong
Maybe
version.
we actually we just run it back like all
Yeah.
the way.
We got to reset.
We gotta hard reset this
Yo,
one.
where did all the
actually.
gods go? Did we meet a god for like a
We
minute?
did.
You
Yes,
met-
God.
Some of
assume
you
that
met
was-
too.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
What?
God.
They both
Am I a
liked
god
us.
now?
Are
I
you
am like a
God now?
perfect being.
No, I don't think so. You're
Says
a
you.
program.
So are
What's
you.
the difference?
The
We
real
just
question,
really
Alethos, is-
I'm
expected the
actually
god of
mostly
danger
data,
thing to
so
show up again.
I would like to pull the lance aside really quick.
Sure.
Probably to distract while Maisie and Gigi are having their moment so that they get some privacy. You were really chill about the acorn thing. Bringing somebody back to life without talking to them about it first feels a little pushy in the most extreme sense.
You have not made me more or less alive than I was before.
No, that's not true. See, because before you were alive because of the Emperor, and now you're alive because of something from the planet. Tater tot.
He's mowing. Come here, buddy. The people want to see you. It doesn't matter where it comes from. The only thing that has changed between being alive for the Emperor and being alive now is I don't have to thank him anymore for giving me life. I think in the terms of it, I'm as free as I can be.
Akonis, I don't know that the Lance is paying attention. Akonis is really upset about that. Because they thought that being with the group and not under the Emperor's thumb, even though they were made by the Emperor, had given them this kind of like different understanding of life. And the Lance is basically saying it doesn't matter. But just kind of nods. I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I could put you back in the ground if you want me to. I can make that happen. But
No offense, I still don't think you could beat me in a one-on-one fight.
look, I have brought you into this world now, and I can take you out of it at any moment. So
You are welcome to try, but what would Onion think?
Onion would probably never forgive me. Okay, as long as everything is okay with you, then
Let me just, real quick. I am very glad that you escaped before you woke up. In a very fundamental way, if you had not found this little family of yours, I probably would have let the Empire continue to raise this side of the continent.
I mean, if we're talking about better halves, I think your better half probably wouldn't have let you do that. And I glance over at Annalise.
You would have killed her for it.
Respectfully, I don't think you would have let that happen. So maybe I'm an optimist, but I like to think you would have ended up as free as you can be anyway.
At any rate, good luck. Tater, we're having a moment.
Let him cook.
He's cooking.
He wants
He's
to be involved
contributing.
in the moment.
He is.
Come on,
He's
buddy.
contributing to the conversation. Playing the role of Onion. That is Onion in the background hollering.
Can I get a wah?
Can I get a wah, Tater?
He's the other
No,
vegetable.
he's just looking at me now. He's going to bite me in a minute.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Now I'm just seeing those videos where that guy's like, "Can I get a ewa ewa from the little dog?" And the dog's just
Ow,
like,
ow.
feral AF. I love that little dog.
Come on, buddy. Yes. Hello, sir. There he is, Tater Cam. Before
Can I
the
get a
before the
wah?
reckoning.
Before the big fight.
He's hi, buddy.
In the role of the Emperor. Tater Toddington.
Okay, where were we?
That's probably as abrupt as the ending would be, honestly. Akonis feels very conflicted. The boulder is conflicted.
It's conflicted.
Good luck getting to the Citadel.
Won't be too hard.
You'll have to walk. So, more work than you usually put into things.
Now Annalise has a spare.
Of course she does. You could have given us one this entire time.
You didn't need it.
Okay.
Make sure you guys are holding hands so you can use it at the same time.
That's not as much of a sticking point for us as it is for you.
I've never once had a sticking point about holding hands.
Yeah,
I
I
quite
think-
enjoy it.
I think we're all pretty good with holding hands in this group. I don't know how Onion came into this world. And I don't know if it's possible to make a new Onion. But I'm going to think really hard about making an onion. Onion, my onion, not an onion. And whatever happens, I'm going to let it form within kind of a sphere of branches. And it's going to be Onion when he's at his most small so that it's holdable. And I'm going to give it to the lance. There could be nothing in there. There could be something very cool. I don't know. But the goal is to make one of these guys. And I point at Onion. Just in case I never speak to you again. So.
See a little green sprout pop up on Onion's head.
I think he's good with it.
He is.
But yeah, I will give perhaps onion, perhaps a bunch of crunched up leaves. Honestly, I think the attempt is most important.
I will say, yeah, you give that little ball of plant life to the lance, and they walk off towards Annalise to get ready.
I will think to Abby. I hope we all figure out what we're gonna do when we have to start burning those bridges.
Good luck. You're stuck with me either way.
Oh man, here I was thinking I would get lucky.
You might die.
We'll see what happens. And I will go back and join the others.
One sec, guys. My game's frozen. I'm sorry.
Oh, again.
Oh no, Maisie glitch.
R.I.P.
How's everybody doing? You ready? It's gonna be a fun one. I hope you're all in the Roll20.
Okay, I'm back.
If we leave
yes,
the Roll20, do we have to do combat?
Yes.
Can I just
Reduce-
self-excuse myself?
No.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I have a doctor's note. I'm exempt from combat.
You're not. Tell your doctor I said to shove it.
Oh. My doctor is really nice, okay? So that's very rude.
I don't care.
What?
Whoa, Harp.
What?
Nothing. Carry on.
I think just gonna stand by Alethos. You ready?
Yeah.
As we will be.
By the dragon's
I-
will.
Have my wings out so that I don't have to summon them when we get there.
That's an option.
Mine can stay out permanently. Yours, are you avian? Or no, yours is a shape-shifting thing.
It depends on the day.
Like,
You guys hold hands, look at each other for one last time. Alethos, you hit the button, and you were all dematerialized instantly.
As Alethos hits the button, Maisie is going to squeeze Gigi's hand.
Excuse me back.
Happy Pride, y'all.
Happy Pride, y'all.
Harp, since you volunteered, I'm going to start with you when I ask this question. As you're traveling, there is a sort of echo in your mind as you guys are shot through space. What happens next? Once you've won, what happens next?
Maisie wants the world to go back, but not the people.
Okay. Gigi,
Hmm.
once you've won, what happens next?
Oh, that's such a like one of my skills is that I'm not from here, so that's like it's like kind of a loaded question, JT. I'm gonna be real. I think for Gigi, there's time to figure things out.
Okay. Spark, once you've won, what happens next?
I think better than just like in words, really, I guess necessarily Spark is thinking of like, has probably been thinking of the future for coping each night. And there's like this, when you just like plan a scene out that she wants to have happen where it's like all of her family, all of this family, and so many tomatoes having like a big family dinner. Like that is what she pictures being back home or wherever new home is, around the table with everybody. And a lot of tomatoes.
Alethos, After you've won, what happens next?
If you're asking Alethos right now, they would go back to work. Because if they have their way, they will have done their job. And if people can come with, want to come with, that is not mine to decide.
Canis, after you win, what's next?
Akanis pictures the tree and kind of is holding Onion and kind of clutches Onion a little bit closer. But I think that they can't picture anything else outside of that because they have no idea what's coming next.
You guys rematerialize on a balcony overlooking not wasteland, though outside of about a 2-mile radius it turns back into wasteland, but there is a lush forest at the base of the tower, and grass is continuing to grow beyond the borders of this little circle underneath. This tower is producing life in a perfectly lifeless place at a rate greater than any of you could have anticipated. You think in a mere few days the entire planet might be covered as quickly as this is moving. There are no doors into the tower, just an open way. Underneath your foot is hexagonal metallic floor with little lights pulsing between the creases in the tiles. And you can hear booming from within. I know you're out there. Come in and let's get this over with. Enter the... Go ahead.
Anybody have anything to say before?
It's been nice knowing you.
Let's kick some ass.
Maisie's gonna bust down the door? Or metaphorically, you know?
To quote
Metaphorically bust down the door.
one of the greatest and longest running sci-fi shows of all time, it's bigger on the inside. This room is much larger, and you can see there are no walls or ceiling, but overhead there is a vast view of the cosmos that the Emperor is standing in the center of this sort of area that you guys have walked into and is guiding with his hands. 5 blades float around him, and he stops and turns to look at the 5 of you. I need all of you to make me a mind save as he looks at you, and in that language that you guys heard before when he was speaking to the lance, you hear him say, clear as crystal, kneel.
What do you add to a mind
To a
save?
mind.
Mind.
Do you
You had
also
grit?
add her? Yeah, do we add her grit for
No,
save?
grit is for attacks.
22.
16.
13.
22, 16, 13.
10.
21.
Okay.
One.
Sorry, who got the 13? Three of you, Alethos, Gigi, and Spark, watch as Maisie and Akonis kneel, seemingly not of their own volition.
I like to think that Onion pointedly jumps down, not kneeling, staring up at him, ready to fight.
Onion has taken a stance, and as bristled as moss can be, it is bristled. You are bigger fools than I could have anticipated. I mean, genuinely. I was always going to get what I want. And what do you think happens now? You kill me and then you go back to an empire that you've destroyed? Or perhaps the other land that you've torn apart with your choices? I see 5 people who have no home come to die and end their story here. So be good. Lie down and die for me. We're going to start combat now. Now, the kneel command was a single action thing. I'd like to be abundantly clear. You guys are not required to abide by that. I've set up a nice big square for you guys. You may position yourselves in that as you would like. For the chat, we do have Roll20 behind the scenes just because this is a combat game, and combat in this game is a little hard without the
If you guys
map
really want to see the map at any point, I can put it on instead of my cam for a brief moment.
We do need to see your face, but if you could like green screen it, that would be.
Yeah, I just like during moments if like somebody moves somewhere.
It's okay. Let's just be really descriptive.
Just be really descriptive. Also, we got to hydrate in chat, so drink your little drinkies.
And no laws when you sip a claw.
There is the con save hydrate law, which everybody must follow. You are compelled to do so.
Quick question: do minor actions? When do minor actions happen?
Minor actions happen on your turn.
Okay. Great.
Well, I drew that little circle to be my shade, but now I actively can't move it. So,
do you want a little frog token? Because I have one specifically for
that'll
you.
work. It probably won't be a frog, maybe, but
the token will have to be a frog.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Onion as well. Maybe there we go, and I will attribute that to Kian, and we will get a Froakie token. Maybe there we go.
Actually, I don't think I've summoned a summon for this one before. What's it gonna look like?
Whatever you want. Just a bit of house cleaning before the battle because Pirate Gonzalez Games is very generous to me. We are actually playtesting a boss from their new Prismaxia Reflection supplement. It is, I think, in Kickstarter or is about to be in Kickstarter. It is an entirely new setting / reflection. Forsaken is not an official reflection. It's just for this game, but open to it. Prismaxia comes with several subclasses / class reworks that you can play instead of the stuff in the base book, and it has an entirely new class in it, plus the boss we are about to use, which is called the Blade Master. And this is a playtest, so things are, of course, subject to change. And then a reminder for my players, bosses get a number of turns each round per number of players, and a number of guardians per number of players.
I'm not worried. You're worried.
So what you're saying is that if we all die, it's Tim's fault.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. Hey,
Tim, you can fix this.
I don't think Tim is watching.
Only on you.
Tim, I'm subtweeting you. I'll subtweet. I'll do
I'll at
it.
you right now.
He'll see it
Please don't
eventually.
subtweet Tim,
Hey,
guys.
Tim? I love this game. All right, we're good to go.
Tim, you've made a very fun game that we
It's a
enjoy
good game, and
playing
you should
a
feel
lot.
good about it.
If I die, you should feel bad though.
Yes.
Just like a little bit.
You wouldn't kill 2 lesbians, would you?
In this, the month of Pride?
In this, the month of Pride.
I did get to text my friend and be like, "We're doing Yuri on stream. Happy Pride."
No.
Doomed
That's-
Yuri.
Doomed
Dude, it's real shit.
Cool.
Existentially
Oh.
doomed.
Give your lesbians plot armor.
Nobody gets plot armor in my
And
games
normal
except
armor.
for Onion
And
other
normal armor.
pets.
Wait,
All
is this
lesbians should get free armor. It's true.
this is just a big open room?
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
have no cover.
The edges are. I will give you this hint now. You could make cover very easily.
Okay.
Is-
okay.
Oh, the little
Is there
lines.
stuff on the walls?
There are no walls.
Ah,
The-
but there's
the-
floor.
Yes.
And you said stuff is glowing on the floor?
Yeah, you see those yellow lines just dotted about. Cool. So everybody
That's crazy.
prepped? Has everybody moved their token where desired?
Is this allowed?
That's allowed, yeah. Your token can be anywhere in that square.
No, it's okay. I'll stay behind the lesbians.
Let's go, lesbians.
Well, they're the ones with armor.
This is true.
Kind of.
So
Maisie is armor.
No, Maisie, like, legitimately,
Maisie for sure is
mechanically,
having heavy
mechanically
armor.
does have
Maisie
armor.
does
Yeah.
super have armor. I picked other things.
Yeah, mine is -1 speed and -1 dodge. as a consequence, so
But it is
not really
plus
GG's fault.
not get hit. So,
I had the option for armor.
uh-huh.
is anybody acting in phase 1 of combat?
Maisie.
No way.
Go, lesbians.
What are you doing, lesbian number 1?
She's going to refresh, or she's going to defend. And she is going to get a lot of focus. Because she has the Knight talent, which gives phalanx. Whenever I defend, I can roll 1d3 for each ally within range 3 and take the highest result, gaining focus equal to that plus my armor.
Okay.
Okay, I
What
got a
is
3.
this? What does this look like for Maisie?
I think that it is her chains just coming up from behind her, getting into a defensive position, and then also just like her looking at everybody around her, like glancing, like accounting for the people around her and what it looks like they're about to do. And right when she's kind of taking a breath, she is going to sprint forward.
Okay.
Her speed is 5, so she's going to go 5 forward.
Very cool and good.
And that's her whole turn.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is rush a specific action or like can be done as part of a move?
Rush is a specific action in the reposition phase. Phase 4.
Okay. I would also like to defend, please.
Absolutely.
And what is my scope? Okay. Let me do a little measuring here. Oh god, this is so far. Oh, it's so close. Wait, the squares aren't right? Like, are we counting the hexes?
No, the squares. I know it's confusing.
Oh shit! So 10 is only 2 spaces away. I don't want to be that close to them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'm also going to defend because I need some focus now that I have focusy things to do. And I would like to run I don't think I'm gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna go kind of like slightly that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And then my guy who gets my speed goes 1, 2, 3, 4 is running up after Maisie, and it's just a giant axolotl. Just like it looks very, very, very goopy. It looks very wet. But like as the like little droplets fall off, it just starts to shadow and like melts into the floor.
Absolutely delightful.
It's like one of those cute kind of whitish pink ones. The big
Mhm.
smile.
Cool. Anyone else acting in phase 1? Nope. Okay, so the Emperor is going to go. He is just going to take his simple blade barrier ability. He gains an armor per guardian within scope. So he has 5 guardians in scope. He's going to gain 5 armor. And then Guardian number 1 would be going, is not going to go because no one is within reach. And you guys see that the Guardians are just these 5 floating blades. They all are identical to the one the Emperor stabbed the lance with. Just this nice silver blade with a blue pommel. Cool. Would anyone like to go in the channeling phase?
Not me anymore.
Okay. The Emperor is going to start to channel. You see the 5 swords surrounding the Emperor are going to disappear. One is going to appear right here. One is going to appear right here. One is going to appear... Nope, that's the wrong token. Silly me. One is going to appear right there. One is going to appear right there. And one is going to appear right there. And I'm going to move this one as well. My bad, gamers. Sorry. Very particular about the placement of these. Cool. So the Emperor has started doing that. Blade number 2 is going to make an attack against Akonis there. Where's the thing? Cool. Akonis, what is your dodge?
8.
Okay. I'm going to guess a dirty 20 hits 8.
Sure.
Akonis, you are going to take 5 slashing damage as that sword begins to sort of cut into you. Luckily, Guardians can't crit because they are minions technically.
And
They're
that
special.
is subtract armor from that?
Yes. Whatever your armor is, you subtract that from the amount of damage you take.
Okay.
Hi, buddy. You want to come help me kill players?
That sounded like a yes from Tater. Let me just say
Yeah.
that little
Tater,
sounded murderous.
Tater's the single most violent little guy I know.
This is Tater blasphemy. Tater is the sweetest little guy who's never done anything wrong in his life.
Okay. If you say so. You don't know him like I do. If that is all for channel, who is volleying this phase?
What's the move that lets us... Wait. Yeah, what's the move that lets us double our speed?
That would be rush.
And that's a minor?
No, that is a reposition.
Fuck. Okay, I'm not volleying, sorry.
Okie dokie. Then the Emperor is going to go. He's going to take 1 step here. And we are going to count out. Okay.
For those at home, everyone's measuring tape just came out.
What's your speed, buddy? Is that Banson I hear?
That is not Banson.
It's Biscuit.
It's
She's very sad
Biscuit.
because the dogs got taken out on a walk,
Biscuit.
and so she sits and just goes meow until they come
Let
back.
her walk.
It's real cute until it's in the morning when I'm trying to sleep.
Uh,
And
Maisie
she does it
and
sitting next to my head.
Alethos, you guys see the Emperor move closer to you, Maisie, and puts his hand out, does sort of like a measuring thing with his thumb, and then whips his hand back up. That is going to be against your guys' dodge.
Try, I'll do it.
How does a 16 look against dodges here in chat?
Busty?
When do our dodges
can't-
get that high?
I can't
Mm.
emphasize this enough. You don't have to ask me ever. My dodge is a 5.
I feel like there are circumstances where I'm going to need to ask you.
I don't. I feel like I've got a pretty high dodge,
Out of
all things
20.
considered.
The both of you are going to take 10 force damage as a vacuum is created in front of him.
So that sucks.
Do you take a
Maisie
wound?
came into this fight pre-damaged. She is at 1 out of her 20 HP.
You,
Hey, some of us
on
come
first-
stock standard
No.
with
You haven't
10.
taken it.
in case I was clear, you could have been fully healed for this. Like, you didn't have to.
Shit, my bad.
Did you guys come into this pre-damaged? That's
Were
my
we not
bad.
supposed to?
No.
I healed up.
Yeah, get your health
I did.
back, you goobers.
Okay,
I just kind of
I still take a wound.
In the last
Some
Well,
of
yeah,
us
no, that's
come
fine.
with 10 hit points.
Kit, please.
You need to roll on
I'm
the
not
wounds
made
table,
to
Kit.
get hit. What do I roll for that?
Let
What
me-
die would you like to hurt me with today, G?
Sorry, chat. Hold on. Let me pull up another
For those
copy
at
of the
home.
rule book.
I don't take wounds all that often because I'm just a little guy.
I told
don't
you
like
this
to
fight
fight.
was mean. Remember when
Are
I
you
said
hearing
that?
this, chat? They're threatening us.
Threatening you? I warned
hearing
you.
It's a threat. It's
I
a
didn't
threat.
have to warn you.
That is
A
That's a
promise
threat.
of violence
warning
is a threat.
Let's control F the wound table. Okay, so for those of you at home, the boss gets to take 1,000,000 turns. 1,000,000,000,000,000 turns.
And how many do we get?
1.
1.
Just in case you thought this was a fair game.
Okay. You are going to roll a d6. And you only have 1 wound.
Correct.
Okay. Or you have 3 wounds left, I guess would be the better way of doing that, I think is.
I have 3 unchecked wounds.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is good or bad, but it is a 6. So
That's good.
6 is
either
good.
good or I just die.
6 is you're just dazed.
Oh, okay. I'll take that for now.
Hold on, I'm trying to determine. Take a
It's a
wound
good
and
thing
make a wound
Oralithos
roll.
blows up the beginning of the fight.
It's okay. I'll get better. Or I'll reset the world. Who knows?
Wait, I'm so smart. Okay.
How do I undaze?
Sorry, I think you have a broken weapon. You destroy one of your support items because you have 1 wound,
But I'm-
not. You don't lose a wound, you gain a wound.
This is my first wound.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
It's
so I'm not,
it's
okay.
easier on you
Yeah.
when you only take the 1. Dazed is after.
Yeah.
Dazed is worse?
Dazed is worse. It's a condition.
Okay.
You don't want conditions.
Okay. All right. Let me find my weapons here. I don't have many of those, guys.
Or support item, I think, right? Or is it just weapons?
Support items, yeah. This is probably fine. Yeah, I'll destroy my my flashlight that is my body. I just am not as bright anymore, I guess.
You guys see the light of Alethos begin to fade.
It's like one of those old TVs. You got to kind of like smack it because it's doing like the linear flicker.
What phase are we on right now?
We are about to do The Guardian still has to go, so Alethos is about to take another attack.
Well, what phase? Kind of.
We're in
Me.
phase 3 at the moment.
Phase 3. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
We're about to move to phase 4.
Okay.
Alethos, I am so very sorry.
You don't have to do this.
The Guardians can only act in their turn. You're gonna take 3 physical damage from
Do I not-
a Guardian
Is
slashing.
there not a dodge for this?
Do you have a reaction to dodge?
So 3 damage.
I rolled a 20 on the die. That's why I didn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's okay. This is fine.
Does interpose have to be adjacent? Or
It's
I
within
think you-
2
movement, or-
squares, I think.
Interpose is range 3, I think, right?
It says
Range
on the
3,
spreadsheet
yeah.
somewhere.
But you shift up to 2 spaces, so you can shift to be like adjacent.
Yeah, you have to be adjacent. Yeah.
Which one of that was the one that hit Alethos?
That would be this
top
bad
one?
boy right
Oh,
here.
fuck. Of course. Can it be the other one? How much can I pay you?
Oh,
for 2
sorry. No, yeah, you're so right, actually. That's blade number 4. Correct me if I'm looking at the wrong blade. If they have numbers, I think you should be able to see them.
We can.
They do not.
You can't?
They are 5
That's for me
identical
then.
blade
That's fine.
tokens.
Get your health, your whatever damage back. Sorry. I'll roll that again too. Spark, how does a 12 look at your dodge?
Let me double check what this thing has. Why is this the worst for me to see? Grit plus 10, it's 12. I don't know if that's good or not.
Meets it, beats it in this game, unfortunately. You're going to take 6 physical damage.
Okay, that's okay. It's actually
sorry,
my
Spark.
frog because I can't physically get close to you, and I have a summon thing where my summons can interpose.
No. This sword right here next to you is
Oh.
That's sorry, I should have clarified that. That's
Oh,
my bad.
well then hold on. Let me see if my dodge is any better. As my person. Also 12. So
6 physical damage to Spark.
okay.
That is going to bring us to phase 4.
Bloodied. I haven't taken damage yet.
I
Oh,
haven't
because
taken
I'm at
phase
0 out of 8 like a dummy. Okay.
Okay, you guys can go in whichever order you would like.
Oh, we're just vibing. Do you want to, Eve? Would you like to? Would you like
I
to
can go.
Yeah, go for it.
I can go. As a minor action, I'm gonna limit break.
Oh,
Um,
she's just going to open with that, huh?
Like for fun. Right?
yeah. She's gonna kind of like double over a little bit, like she's in a lot of pain, and like clutch her eye. And it is again that like gold, like reptilian shape with the slit pupil. And then like from her, this like fire is going to build up and like kind of shoot up around her and form into her limit break, which is Dragon Echo. And so she's actually going to summon an echo of her like bonded dragon onto the battlefield. It has a range. The range equals my scope, which I don't. Where do I find that? What is that?
It's one of your attributes. Towards like the topish of your.
Oh,
Shoot.
scope is 5.
Hey, mate, your girlfriend's hot.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
this is
not putting any
Yuri.
label. I don't know if she would
So-
feel comfortable
So
with that.
this is really. I feel like I probably should have thought about this a little bit more because there's a lot of like attributes to this dragon. It's size 3.
Okay.
It has an
Have a
HP
dragon
value.
token.
It does have dodge and ADF as well as speed. But I summon an echo of my dragon. The dragon has flight. It can move up to its speed during my turn. Allies can share spaces with it, and any allies fully within its spaces can move with it when it moves. It lasts until the end of the scene or until defeated. It also has an echo wave weapon that it can attack with as a standard action during my turn using my grit or adding my grit to the attack roll. And then there's some words that I frankly don't fully understand what they mean, but there's just a whole ass dragon here. And I'll put that as close as the Emperor as I can.
Within scope 5, yeah?
Yeah, so let me see my
Right
little...
about...
Yeah, like right next to
Yeah.
Maisie.
How about that?
Yeah, like right
Yeah.
there. And see, like, my turn's different than this thing's turn, I think. It can move up to its speed. This weapon doesn't... What does close blast mean? I've never seen that in my life.
That's a beautiful and excellent question.
Hey, Tim.
Wait, what was the word?
Hey, if we can get Tim in chat real quick.
Senor Gonzalez. What is close blast?
A close blast is as blast, but at least one space must be adjacent to the user.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
And the user can't be in the area.
Gotcha. So it's close blast 2.
Yep, so you get two spaces beyond whatever's adjacent to you.
Yeah, I guess it'll just park it then and just echo wave or whatever all over the Emperor. And you can see that the dragon is actually missing an eye. And it's the same eye that is gold and reptilian on Gigi. Like, that's the one that's missing.
See, Keen and I know why that is.
Dragoons are fun, guy.
Dragoons are fun.
Legally distinct from Dragoon.
Estinian, my beloved.
Spark is in a little shock right now because it's like so very similar but so very different from themselves.
Right.
You're like,
Wow.
they have as many teeth as I have, but bigger.
Like a house
I get
cat
to-
staring at a lion.
I get to add my grit to
Mhm.
that. Hold on, wait, let me change one of my miscellaneous things to dragon HP just so it's easier for me to track it. Okay, it's 15 plus grit, which is pretty nice. Okay, so I roll a 19 on the attack for Echo Wave.
Okay.
Does that hit or nay?
That does hit the Emperor's dodge just
Okay.
barely.
Okay, it does 3. I don't actually roll anything for that. It does 3 astral and 1 discord.
Okay. Is that astral damage, armor piercing?
It just says 3 astral plus 1 discord. So I'm gonna guess no.
Please hold. Okay. Yes, it explicitly says that armor does not affect discord, so the Emperor will take 1 discord.
You can take a minor action and an action in like an entire
Yes,
round.
but your turn happens in the phase that you want to act in. Because of the main action you want to do, you can take minor actions with that.
Okay.
Okay.
What phase are we in right now?
We're in
Reposition.
phase 4.
Oh damn.
So now to my actions. Sorry.
It's good.
So I'm gonna do the rush action. So, and I have a thing that is when you rush or you sprint, you gain 1 sonido, which is a special thing I have, I guess. So I'm gonna gain 1 of those. Rush is just I move up to my speed, right? Like as the action.
You can move up to your speed, or you can ignore engagement and not provoke reactions. So it's a dash or disengage.
Okay. So I guess it's gonna be the disengage, I guess. Is there somebody in here? Oh god, I closed something. Reopen close tab, thank you. I guess I do have a little guy next to me, so that'll be
Mhm.
a good old disengage in this case. And then I'll move because I can move.
Correct.
And my speed is 9. So I'm just gonna be actually the dragon might be a little problematic.
Are we sure?
Because I frequently may be standing under the dragon.
That's okay. You should be able to move the dragon. So if you need to slide it out of the way to get your token, that's fine.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, dragon's gonna be here. I can also move with the dragon when the dragon moves. Okay, so I did do that move. The rush is a standard action, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I think that's my action. Minor action to summon the dragon. Dragon gets to attack.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm good then. I think that's it. Oh, wait. Free action. I'm going to spend 1 mana to do Immolation Field.
Okay.
As like fire leaks out of the golden eye to surround me. So any character that starts their turn adjacent to me or hits me with a melee attack takes 2 astral damage.
Okay.
And that's just a free action. So yeah, that'll be my actions for phase 4. Thank you.
All right. The Emperor is going to go as we alternate turns in a phase. Don't worry, Alethos. I know you have a thing you want to
No,
do.
it's fine.
You'll get
No,
to
it's
do
fine.
it.
No, do your
I
dastardly
promise.
deeds.
The Emperor is going to use Blade Rush ability and move in a straight line toward a Guardian, ignoring engagement and ending their movement adjacent to the Guardian if possible. Maisie and Maisie alone has to make an agility save as the Emperor just like kneels down like a runner and in a flash has moved past you with a sword in hand.
Okay. That is a. Agility. Okay, I have 0 agility, but that's still an 18.
18 is going to do it. That's absolutely wonderful. On a success, you take 5 physical damage.
Hold it. That's my Miles Edgeworth. No, I don't.
Hold it.
No, I don't. I have Spellbreaker. If I succeed on a save against an effect that has a reduced effect on a save, i.e., half damage or fewer conditions, I don't suffer those effects.
That's beautiful, man.
I'm so happy we're fighting. Okay, never mind.
Good job, Misty.
I have 3 levels in this talent. I'm so ready to use it.
Lethos. I believe you also had a phase 4.
Cannot stress enough. This fool is right in front of me now.
Yes, that's correct.
That so I did have a. Funny you should say that. I did have a phase 4.
Does that change your phase?
That's a good question. I could still do the other thing that phase 4 does.
You want to hide?
I cannot. Well, can I do my minor action first? Because I can search as a minor action. And now that he's close enough to me, I can just do that first. So, I I would like to do that. Which he does not appear to be hidden. So I think I just do it. I cannot find a roll that I meant to make. But the fun and goofy thing about Alethos is that when I search as a minor action, I learn ability scores, attributes, abilities, traits, etc., etc. So essentially, just send me the
Yes,
character sheet.
everything.
Yeah. And if they've
No,
used
no.
any sort of equipment, technique, or trait within my line of sight, I also know those. And I'm gonna need to know the mechanics because I'm gonna be stealing those. So.
Okay, so the Blade Master Phase 1 is a Sage of 6 Swords. He has a Bulk 4, Agility 6, Mind 2, Magic 0. He has currently 49 HP and 1 Discord. He has a Dodge of 14, an A-Def of 9, a Speed of 5, and a Mana of 4. He has the trait Blade Master, which means that he cannot be disarmed. If he would become disarmed, instead the next Guardian takes no action. He has All as 1. He is immune to all damage from his Guardians and vice versa. He has Eye on the Sky. He only suffers 1 difficulty for making melee attacks against flying targets as opposed to normal. And he has Blade Master's Crit. He does an extra d6 damage on critical and regains 1 MP. Buddy, hi. Hi, stupid. Come on. What else do you learn?
I literally all of it. Ability scores, attributes, abilities, traits,
Okay.
and any equipment, techniques,
You have the
etc. that
PDF.
he's used.
You could just go at the
Do
first
I?
phase.
Is it the new one?
Yes.
Do I have the new one?
We can.
You do have the
I'll
new one.
respond to it in the Discord.
I adore you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you. I know all of the things. I am so full of data. Cool. It's been real. It's been fun. He's right in front of me. I'm gonna hide. And I would like to do that by essentially returning to my state as data and sinking into the floor, where there seems to be electricity happening. I'm gonna just right into that.
Okie dokie.
If I may. Do
I
roll
suppose.
for hiding.
Nope. You just become hidden.
Cool. I am one with the tile. Later, dog.
Okie dokie. Hey, you gotta chill, buddy.
No, he cannot be contained.
That is going to be blade number 4. We're just going to make a roll. Do you know what your save DC is off the top of your head?
Me?
Yeah.
Me and my save DC?
Yes.
My save target is 12.
Okay, perfect. And what's your dodge?
11.
Less perfect. Okay. The blade does still spot you. It swings and it misses.
But okay.
The save DC was for hidden.
Understood.
Because you are still within the blade's scope.
That's true. That is true.
Okie dokie. That's phase 4. We're moving on to phase 5. Everybody, anybody got a phase 5 action?
I'm gonna phase 5. Did it look like the astral damage had less effect on him?
Just by virtue of the fact that he is heavily armored.
But not
for any other reason.
Okay, cool. Then I am going to go back to the thing. Where is he? He's under the frog?
No. He is right here. I have pinged him on the map.
Under the frog.
Where is the frog?
It's the frog for us.
Refresh the page. I had the same problem.
Am I next to him?
You are next to him.
I'm just gonna leave him right there. He's under the frog. I'm going to pull out my Holy Avenger.
Ooh.
I rolled a hit. Nobody has that yet. We add grit.
Yes. You add your grit to every attack.
That's an 18. I don't
An
remember. I know you just
18
gave us the
is
PDF.
going to hit his dodge.
Oh, okay. Cool. Shit. I put my dice up. Hold on. I gotta get my d6s out. Damn it. I dropped one. Sorry. That's gonna be 13 points of astral damage.
Okay. Is that armor piercing?
No, it is not.
Okie dokie. So that is going to be reduced to 8 points of astral damage.
And then, has he done astral damage to us?
No.
Has
He's
he done
done force
lunar?
damage.
He hasn't done lunar either?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then I'm gonna wait. That was my main action, and then as my minor action, I am going to I panicked. Alethos, where are you? Can I retcon my move? Can I go one back? Can I go there?
I'm hiding. You can't see me, but I am right
okay.
here.
Never mind. Well, no,
You
because
still, that's where I was. Yeah, I didn't move.
Okay.
I'm still there, but I am in the floorboards. So
Valid.
I'm
would
on
I
Telltale Heart in this.
would I be able to use a spell on Alethos when they are hidden?
You used your major action on an attack, so unless that spell is explicitly a minor action, no.
It is. It's a minor action, but I just don't know.
Then that's fine. You can see characters within your scope.
Okay, cool. The wording on this, I just want to be clear. You or an adjacent ally can spend a recovery to regain HP equal to their bloodied value. Can I spend my recovery to give that to Alethos?
You could, but Alethos technically, I think, should be at full health.
I'm at full health because I took enough to take a wound, but only just enough to take a wound.
Yeah, so unless you can restore a wound to Alethos, then there's...
Well, I can do that, but I don't... I gotta see if that's a minor action.
You can't unbreak my tool, unfortunately.
But you can unbreak my spirit.
Maybe.
Once it's broken.
Maybe. And then you can re-break it. Worse.
Which I will be doing.
Are you seeing this chat? See how mean they're being to us?
I am gonna use my free action because I don't think I have a minor action. In a arc 5, is that in a circle? Or do I have to point that in a specific direction?
An arc?
Yeah, if it's arcing.
Question.
I assume it's a cone.
Hold, please. Nobody asked, Tater.
Hey, Tater, what was that?
Sorry about him, gang.
Hey, Tater, can I get that again?
Apologize for that beautiful little baby.
Just show me arcing, please. Abilities with the arcing tag don't have their line of sight blocked by cover, but are still affected by the cover provided. So, arcing would be like if he was 5 spaces away behind cover, you could still hit him.
So it's anything within 5?
Yeah.
Of me?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm gonna grant it to everybody in 5 of me. It's a free action. We are immune to slowed and can automatically break out of grapples as free actions.
It is one target within 5 of you. Arcing is a single target effect.
Mine is Auras of Resistance free action. Me and all allies within this aura gain immunity.
Okie dokie.
So everybody's immune to slowed and can break out of grapples as free actions. And that's going to be my turn.
That's everybody, yeah. Everybody except for Gigi and the dragon.
Oh, is Gigi too far? Oh, sorry, Gigi.
I won't be in a second. It's all good, homie.
I forgot that you were...
You're too far when this spell goes off. That's...
within the aura.
Oh, okay. I understand.
To be fair, she has a dragon.
She does have a dragon.
Is anybody else acting on 5?
And I'm gay.
Yeah,
which is
actually,
really the superpower.
Actually, yes, I will.
Nothing bad ever happens to the lesbians.
I'm
I'm
going
only
to
asking
surge.
because the blade has to go last.
I'm going to surge.
Maisie's going to surge.
If I move down like diagonal to this blade, am I provoking an attack from it?
The blades don't have reactions.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
Yeah, they can only act on their turn.
Okay. Minor action. All these fucking chains are gonna go out and try and grab this guy and pull him to me.
Okay. Is that a thing you roll for?
Yes. It is a attack with my wrath chain. Since I'm doing it as a minor action, it deals no damage. Okay. 14.
Meets it, beats it.
Oh shit, let's go. Okay. Then he's pulled up to me. Adjacent to me, and he is automatic. I auto hit on a grapple. Also, so he is grappled by me. And I am now going to attack with Timber, my heavy blade.
Okay. I love the sound of that. That sounds
Which
awesome.
I think should have a accuracy. Let me see.
Both characters are engaged. Either can take reactions. The smaller character is immobilized but dragged.
Okay, so I have a skill that is allies gain +1 on accuracy against enemies grappled with me. Do I count?
You are not an ally to yourself. You are just yourself.
Oh wait, no, I have brawler. Additionally, I gain +1 accuracy on attacks against
That
enemies
would do it.
Cool. Okay. I need a high roll here. I think if 14 was a meets, it beats it. Oh god, I dropped it on the floor. I didn't see it. Picking up with my foot. That's a 15.
15's gonna hit.
Okay, that is. Sorry, let me find the weapon. 2d6 + 2 physical. It's not piercing.
Okay.
That's 8 damage.
Okay. Reduced to 3.
Okay, noted. And then I am going to free action immolation field.
All right.
The chains are going to glow red hot. And whenever he starts his turn, he's going to take damage.
All right. Any other actors in phase 5? If that is a no, then blade number 5 there is going to take a swing on Akonis. Akonis, what's your dodge?
8.
Okie dokie. You are going to take 8 physical damage.
Jesus Christ. Oh, wait.
Right. That's going to bring us to phase 6, where a release is going to happen. As soon as I find it, once again. There it is. Okay. This is going to be mean. I'd like to preface that. Alethos and Akonis only, because you are in blast 1 of these blades. You're the only 2 in blast 1. You're
I'm in the
blast,
floorboards, Jeet.
You're hidden.
I'm not here.
Hidden is different. It's a different status than being intangible. You're both going to take, and again, deeply sorry for this one, you're both going to take 18 points of physical damage.
Get in the comments. This level
18?
homophobia.
9
Where's that
each.
number come from?
They are within 2 blast 1 zones.
Oh,
That
Hey,
would literally kill me.
Hey, real
Done.
quick.
I'd be done.
Yeah, what happens if I take 2 wounds at once. Okay,
You're
not
gonna
quite.
do 2 wound tables.
Not quite, but pretty close. Hey, hey, Akonis. Now I could use that healing. Hey, now I could super use that healing.
You and me both. Where's the wound table?
I can get the wound table pulled up here.
And what am I
Jeet's
rolling?
heart.
D6. The wound table is not in my heart.
It is.
I assure you it is not.
Hey, Jeet.
Oh, stress.
And this is technically the Guardian's turn, not his turn.
This is a release, so it's not anybody's turn. This is just the spell going off.
And we can't. There's not like a save that we had any hope of.
I will read this to you. All enemies in the zone are auto hit for 9 physical damage.
Jimmy
Auto
Christmas.
hit?
Auto hit for 9 damage each.
But armor does count to this?
Armor does apply to this, yes.
Okay.
So you will reduce your armor twice from 18.
Hey,
We
so
didn't know
rolling
we
a
were
1 on the
stand-up.
wound table's bad, right?
Rolled a 4 on the wound table.
Wound tables. So Kit, for your second wound, a 1 is staggered. You are slowed and stunned until the end of your next turn.
I can't be slowed.
Then you're stunned until the end of your next turn. And what is your
Fine.
roll, Ian?
4.
4. Broken support item.
That'll be... I think that my sun rod is already broken.
It would have been repaired at your last rest.
Okay, cool. I'm breaking the sun rod again.
Yeah, fuck the sunrise.
Honestly,
All my homies hate the sunrise.
the other 2 are way more important than the sun rod.
Okay. Does anyone have a full attack?
I'm a surgeon. Do that shit.
Please, by all means.
Let's go,
All right.
lesbian.
We surgeon.
We surgeon.
I take my 2 stress to surge, and then I think my surge goes up to 1d3 plus 1 if I
Correct.
remembering how the game works.
Exactly like overclocking in Lancer.
Cool. I'm gonna spend 1 mana to use crash. If I'm taking another turn, does my dragon also get another turn? Because it says on my turn it does things.
Yep, absolutely.
Fuck yeah, it does. I was gonna click something on this sheet. I don't remember what I was clicking. Okay, so I'll do
Does that
crash
also
first, and then
include
I'll deal with the
movement?
dragon.
Sorry, one more time, Tay.
think
Does that also include movement?
You get a whole ass extra turn. It's not like Lancer. You don't just get one free action. You get
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
Well, crash says that immediately I teleport up to my speed.
Yep.
I'm under this dragon, but I'll move
That's
it
fine.
1 to the side. See if this is a good. What does this say specifically? Aha! All enemies. That's a good. That's a good word. Yeah. So G's just gonna like jump, and I know there's no ceiling, but just jumps, and you're like, where the fuck did she go? And then it's just gonna land right here. These are the 2 enemies that I see within a blast 1. So they need to make an agility save.
Okie dokie. Agility save for our boy, the Emperor. What's your save DC?
My save target is 13.
Okay. The Emperor is going to spend 1 mana to reroll. That will do it. And the Guardians, I think the Guardians just auto fail.
Okay, well they fall
No,
prone.
they get +2. Sorry. Yeah, they fail anyway.
Okay, they fall prone. I don't know what that means for
Okay.
a floating sword, but
the
it falls
floating
prone.
sword hits the ground. It clatters.
Cool. So then I can volley, fight, shove, or grapple. So I'm gonna fucking fight.
You have an accuracy if you're attacking the big guy.
The
Hell
big
yeah,
fella.
I am. I don't know why I wouldn't be. Let's see. Shit. That's a funny. These things interact in really funny ways, and that's the fun part, frankly. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll with my. I have so many things that are like once per turn when you attack, and they can all kind of trigger at the same time. And so let me just roll the attack and see what happens after. I'm gonna attack with my really, really big spear, Longinus, as it were.
Interesting name.
Yeah, it very Evangelion coded or Bible coded, depending on who you ask. So that is a. What do I add to this?
You add your grit if you're
Grit.
making an attack.
So
And
that's a
then also-
21.
Okay.
That's a
Never mind.
crit. That means you get to roll with advantage on damage.
Okay, so a bunch of things happen all at once. So when I hit with a non-thrown melee long arm attack, I can push the target until there are a number of spaces away from me equal to the weapon's reach.
The Emperor cannot be moved right now. Everything has to move
Cannot
with
be
Macy.
moved?
Yeah, I'm
I
grappling.
see. I see.
And also,
Well,
if he starts next to me, he takes a lot of damage.
I don't have to. Also, if he starts
Or not
next
a
to
lot.
me, he takes damage, so it's fine. I don't have to do that. It says
And
I
also, if
can.
he takes damage next to the frog, he'll take damage or starts turning.
Oh,
Okay, I
we're
don't-
playing Balatro.
The weapon doesn't gain piercing because it's not at its
That's not
maximum
fun.
reach. The reach is 3. Let me see if anything else applies. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's
It's been a while since we've done a combat this intensive.
it's been never since I've done a combat this intensive with this particular character. I can turn into a line. I don't need to do that. When I crit with a long arm, the target is weakened until the end of their next turn. So that I think is relevant.
What's weakened? Oh, he deals half damage.
Fuck yeah.
It's a condition.
It's a condition. I think that's the only one that applies there. And then once per round, after I hit and deal damage to a character with a heavy melee weapon attack, which Longinus is, I can take 1 stress to cleave. I choose a different character within the weapon's reach and my line of sight, even a hidden one. They take damage equal to half the total damage dealt to the original target. Cleave target can't be the target of the original attack. So I think that also can apply here. I'll go ahead and take that extra stress because fuck it.
I think it can. 'Cause
So
the
now
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit that little sword. I'm
Wow.
operating under the assumption that I can kill these little swords.
That is a good assumption. That is a fundamentally correct assumption.
Okay, cool. So this deals 1d6 plus 4. What does critting do?
Critting means you roll the d6 twice and take the highest. You essentially roll the damage with
Oh,
advantage.
Sweet.
wait. I did a dumb. It's not when he takes a turn. An enemy adjacent to. Oh no, it is an enemy adjacent. Never mind. I thought it was an enemy to the enemy. You're good. Never mind. I was hoping I could give you a marked, but I can't.
So I did between the two. I rolled a 1 and then a 6.
Okay,
that's
so
gonna be 10 physical damage.
And that is not armor piercing, if I'm remembering correctly.
No, it's not piercing because he's not 3 spaces away, but we'll
Okay.
fix that next turn probably. You said I can't move him around with my pushing that I
Well, it's
do?
just because
because-
I'm grappled by
Oh, I
him
see, I
and
see.
I'm the
I see,
larger
I see, I see,
creature.
I see. Perfect.
But that guardian will take 9 damage or 5 damage.
Yeah, and then the guardian takes 5, yeah.
That's guardian 1.
Oh my god, there's so much stuff on this character sheet. It's
It's a
crazy.
lot of info.
Can
I
you
just-
split
I
movement in
picked
this
so
game?
many
Like
things.
move 3, do an action, move your other 3?
Yes,
Okay.
it's
Ooh, okay.
it's a pool that you spend from. So
Okay, so now my dragon has to go because it does things on my turn.
of course,
So it's gonna move. Can move up to its speed, which is 6. So it's gonna move like here,
okay.
just like fly over as its move. Dragon lasts till the end of the scene until defeated. Okay, attacks with the Echo Wave weapon, a standard action during my turn, adding grit to the attack roll. So we'll do that as well. Close Blast 2, so things can get that little sword in there as well. Does it count as getting like everybody in there?
Does it specify that it ignores allies?
It just says Close Blast 2.
I think that hits everybody in there. Then I will
That
say,
has everybody in there then? Okay.
including
Then I won't.
Froki.
Wait. And Close Blast 2 would be 2 spaces.
Yep, 2 spaces from.
And it has to be at least 1. Okay. So maybe like here, you think? That's just the Emperor, just a little homie there.
That is just the Emperor. Yep.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Is it a
then.
cone or like a radius? Would it also get this
It's
guy?
a Close Blast 2.
The book was not horribly clear. I'm just going to assume that it's just the Emperor.
We'll do that. I think that feels fair enough. And so it does 3 Astral and 1 Discord to the Emperor again.
3 Astral. So it does 1 Discord to the Emperor.
Fair enough.
Okay. Anything else, Eve?
I think that's it.
Okay. Now, the Emperor is going to start his turn. Can we go down the line here and do all the things? Because I think, Tay, your triggers need to go after theirs because that's when he takes damage.
Yeah, the trigger for this one specifically, all of them have different triggers, but this one specifically is an enemy adjacent to the shade starts their turn.
Okay, so we'll start with that one. What happens?
Okay. They're marked,
Okay,
and
the
I need
Emperor-
them to make a magic save.
A magic save by the Emperor. That's a 14 rolling raw here.
That is going to be a fail because I have overwhelming, which gives me a +2 to my save target, which makes it 16.
Woo!
So they lose 2 MP as well.
Okay, it goes down to 1 MP. He can only reroll 1 more time.
Oh wait, hold on. There's more things because he's marked. Sorry. I forgot I have
No, no.
cascading stupid things.
Please do a bunch of stuff.
I would like it to be a commander's mark, which basically means when someone uses it, they can roll a d6, and if they roll a 5 or 6, he stays marked. It doesn't eat it.
Okay.
And also, whenever you make a target march, you can force him to do a mind save. Could he also do a mind save, please?
He absolutely can. That is going to be a 15.
That is also failed. They are also sundered until the end of their next turn.
Okay.
Was there anything else that stacks
Weakened
on
and
mark?
sundered.
No, everything else stacks on stress. So that's that.
Can't benefit from armor. God damn.
Sundered is fucking good.
Yeah. For my immolation field, he just fixed 2 astral.
Okay, and he's no longer benefiting from armor, so...
And when it says the end of his next turn, is that like the one he's currently doing? But it
This
was a
is his
reaction
next
on this turn.
Yep, nope, so that'll go the next time he takes a turn after this one, which will be at the top of the next round.
Fuck yeah, guys, beat him up.
And
Good
did
job.
you used a mark, but you left it?
No, basically, when someone uses a mark, we can roll a d6, and if it's a 5 or 6, it will
okay.
stay.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had used one yourself or.
Yeah, no,
Not yet.
no,
Okay,
it's just
cool,
when
cool,
also
cool.
he's marked, he can be sundered.
Take 2 astral from GG as well for the immolation field.
Okay. Cool. time for the fun thing. It's not too chuffed with you right now, Maisie. So he's going to use an ability called Hexa-Slash. It is a full attack. I'm gonna read this to you. The Blade Master can repeat this attack X times against the same target, where X equals the number of current guardians. The Blade Master cannot move between these attacks, and any interpose action allows the interposer to become the target of all of these attacks.
JT, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I have
No,
so
no
many
worries.
fucking abilities that stack.
No,
and
go
I
off.
forgot.
Absolutely go off. I have not been kind. I'm
He-
going to continue to be unkind.
Since he failed 2 saves against me, he also gets to take 2 stress because of my overwhelming. Whenever a character fails a save, they take a stress.
Okay. It's up to 2 stress.
So I don't know if that helps you, Maisie. There's something else.
Takes
There's something
stress?
stress. Was it
He
stress that you needed?
He took 2 instances of 1 stress each.
Okay. I get 1 more focus then, which is great for me because I have a thing that lets me add focus to saving throws if I want.
All right. Maisie, since he's weakened, he's going to deal 3 damage per attack.
Oh, okay.
So you're only going to take at most 15 points of damage here.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Armor reduces per attack, right?
Yes.
And each attack deals 3 damage?
Yeah.
As he attacks like a million times, Maisie's chains just deflect it. I take no damage. I have 3 armor.
Absolutely. I'm not even going to roll for that then.
Let's go, lesbians.
Now this is Yuri.
Since
This is Yuri.
Now
Since
that's what I call
I was
Yuri,
technically
2024.
hit by the attack, yes?
Well, I haven't rolled them. I can.
Oh, okay. If I'm hit by at least one of them, I am going to spend a focus on counter attack.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 hits because your dodge is 5.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just as like this last one comes, one of the chains grabs a sword, and then Maisie's going to, just try and stab.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll.
What does Mark do again?
Mark
An
means
accuracy.
you
right?
can spend it to get an accuracy.
Cool. I don't think I need it here because I rolled a 19.
19 will hit him.
Yeah, it's a 24.
24 is a crit, so you get to roll advantage on your attack die.
Okay, first one is pretty decent. That would be 9 damage.
That's beautiful.
The one is worse. So yeah, 9 damage.
Okay. Not looking great here, gang. I mean, it's looking fine. We still got 2 more of these, but okay.
2 more what?
Phases. He's a boss.
What the fuck?
What does it mean,
3?
G? What does it
3
mean?
phases?
You'll see.
You have 3 phases?
All bosses have 3 phases.
I see.
Okay. I assume anybody else is not doing any other actions. We have a delay phase.
Oh, I wanted to push it. I want to go
surge.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I wanna go
absolutely.
ham.
Go ahead.
Cool. Because like Gigi, my subbins also get to go ham. So first things first. Can I do something that requires a volley? Yeah, I can do like anything as my action.
In his surge, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Okay, I would like to do that. I think. Oh shit, I'm a dumbass. I have this ability twice on my thing. So it is taking up a memory point by having it twice on my thing. Love that for me. I'll fix that later. I'm first gonna have my little axolotl go Super Saiyan real quick.
Of course.
and
Yeah,
use
casual.
and use my etheric evolution limit break because it lasts for the rest of the combat. He basically grows. I don't need your input. He basically grows, gets a little buff. Like there's some muscles happening as his HP is gonna go up. He's 2 speed faster, which so now he's got a speed of fucking 6, and he gets some cool things here. My friends back here are getting absolutely fucked by these little swords. So I would like to have him go hoppity, or I guess he's not hopping, he's slithering or scampering over this direction. And all of his little frills are gonna get all electric-y, and then he's just gonna, the little axolotl will just like bop, open their mouth and just shoot out a line of like pure electricity for a line of 15. Actually, I'm sorry, one more, and get those 2 guys in that line that I can't ping currently for some reason.
Okay.
And they must make a agility save, please.
That is a 2 on the die for a total of 4.
Beautiful. So they both fail and take 10 force damage.
10 force damage. That is big number.
Big number.
2 and 4. Break. You see the
Okay.
swords shatter and disappear.
Oh, thank God. That was what I was hoping.
Nice.
Then he's gonna just hop back to his little spot. That then is his part of the turn, and I'm going to do. How many conditions have we inflicted? Any conditions other than marked on Bad Boy? Oh, sundered. He's sundered.
Weakened
He's
and
grappled.
sundered.
He's
Weakened and
grappled.
sundered. Grappled is a status, not a condition.
Oh, damn. my
So
bad.
he's got 3 conditions right now.
Yes.
Is he bloodied or breaking yet?
He is bloodied.
I love this for me. Cool. I am also gonna scamper up. My
Mark's about to commit
speed
war
is
crimes.
5.
Spark bites his ankle. He just does not let go.
Actually, I'm just gonna go on to. I'm tiny. Can I just kind of like exist and shoot things under the dragon's legs, or do I need to make sure I have line of sight?
Allies can move through dragon space. I'm going to assume
Okay.
that means attacks can as well.
I mean, allies can move with the dragon when they're in this space, so I feel like the
Yeah.
dragon's very much.
I'm gonna just
like,
hide behind his
vibing.
leg. Yeah. Wait, is hiding? Is that a minor action?
No, hidden is a phase
Yeah.
4 action you can take.
All right, well, I'm not doing that. I am then going to pull out of my bag. This is the dumbest fucking thing. A glowing little orange ball, or not, like, yeah, I think she's probably painted it. It's very colorful. I think it's got like little paint splatters, little like a smiley face on the front of it, and like hot pink like trail paint looking stuff, so it looks like a little thing. And then she's just gonna chunk it at him because I'm throwing a pokeball at this guy right now, please.
Try to capture him.
And basically this is going to, okay, hold on, expend a charge to make okay, let me see if I can hit him first. That's a 19, and then I have an accuracy +6, so I'm gonna assume
And it's his dodge.
so I, on a hit, the target must make a magic save with how many conditions did I just say he had?
3 conditions.
3 difficulty.
Okay. Okie dokie, artichoke. Cool. I mean, I'm not gonna get worse than a 1, but I can spend a mana to reroll that. Difficulty. Okay. No, actually, 1 is good when you're rolling difficulty. That's going to be a 15.
That's a fail, baby. He's gonna take another stress from me because he just failed my save.
Life
And
could be
he
dream.
is stunned and immobilized. Wait,
Oh my god.
yeah, because he failed. So yeah, he's now also stunned and immobilized. Could you please also tell me his HP and MP?
His current HP?
Yeah.
Yes. His current HP is 19.
Okay.
His MP is at 0 at the moment.
Beautiful. So then that now makes the profile of my ball full. Okay, hold on. I just moved it to. I don't, because now it says as a minor action, a character within the throw range. So could I, like, Maisie's within my throw 5?
That's correct.
Okay, Maisie, you now gain 19 HP and 1 MP temp. And now my ball is empty.
That was beautiful. It was poetic, dare I
Thanks.
say.
Thanks. Now I'm just holding on to the leg of this dragon, just like cowering.
Okie dokie. Cool. I need to talk to Justicanis here for a moment.
What could you possibly have to say to me?
I would like you, at the end of the combat round, to just, for me, personally, as a favor, take 12 physical damage. Because you are in the same row as a guardian.
Okay.
Well, combat events.
This is one attack?
It's not an attack.
So does armor count or no?
Armor does count. It is not armor piercing.
But it's just one thing.
It is one instance of 12
making
physical
sure.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how the map has rows and columns?
Who would have thought? Never seen a
Damn
row or
it.
column in my life.
It really do
Um,
be like Final Fantasy in this Chili's right now.
That's a 4 on the second wound
We
table.
do have the line attacks.
On the second wound table,
Mm-hmm.
that is a broken weapon.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to Eorzea.
Welcome to Forsaken, guys.
Do you believe in Eorzea?
Do you believe?
I just
lib.
I need y'all to understand that Bansett heard what you just did to Akanis, and she is grumpy now.
Aw, Banson.
She is grumbling in your honor.
Phase 1.
I appreciate it, Vance. I will be going on phase 1.
Okay, anybody else?
Uh,
Any defenders or bolsterers? Or refreshers?
May I request a break in the chat?
I would
may
also
request
love a break.
You can,
Yeah.
we'll take this moment.
Just real quick.
A brief
Well,
moment
this is
of
perfect
respite
timing. My
to
Naruto's here.
take a break. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Get up, stretch your legs. We're in it for the long haul. I'm gonna make some modifications so we don't go horribly over time. But we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Cool.
Have a good break, everybody. We love you I love you despite what you may believe at the moment.
How very cringe.
How very cringe.
All right, see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back, everybody.
Heck. Our players are having
Yeah,
a good
everybody.
time, everybody. It's so good and cool in here, friends, isn't it? We're
All good
all
calm
getting
tales.
along.
Mm.
We are all feeling good about the combat at hand.
I want to be very clear to the audience that it does not feel good. We are not getting along, and I do not feel good about the combat at hand. To be
This is
very
a
clear.
public condemnation of JT.
I have so very generously spent 500 of my 16,000 high shelf points to grant the players a heroism point.
Fucking numbers. You gotta
Yeah.
get them up.
Let me use my points. Gee, let me use my points.
Players cannot use their points.
You don't
In
know how
chat,
many
y'all.
points I have?
What
In
is-
chat.
What does
Watch me.
it do, JT? You get to
Uh,
decide because those
yeah.
are for the last
Does Mike even
caravan.
It
tell me how many
will-
points I have anymore?
I'm also gonna tell Mike tomorrow that all
Harp,
of those
stop
are
it.
for the last caravan. So even if we use them tonight,
Yeah.
they still get to be used
Well, the
tomorrow.
one that I'm Harp, would you like to name this between space?
Yeah, it's called the heroism point.
Heroism
That's not
point.
how it works. That's just not how it works, Harp.
I said heroism point.
Okay, that's
I
the
don't
name
even
of
know
this
how to
point.
use them. How do I use them?
You'll get an accuracy. You can spend them to get an accuracy on a check. That's as kind as I can be. So top of the round, phase 1.
I would like
Does
to heal
anybody-
Akonis, please, for the love of God.
I guess so.
Akonis,
Heal
you
yourself?
are Akonis, Alethos. I'm sorry.
Is it me?
It is you.
Do I
you
have
can-
an acorn too?
Not yet. Everyone gets a fucking acorn at this point.
My acorn.
You can spend a recovery and regain all HP.
That don't help my wounds though, does it?
Not yet. I'm gonna work on that. That's just I won't be able to take care of that until the next turn.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
I'm
You can
working on
always
it, though.
surge.
I'm fine.
It's a channel, so I don't think that I can I?
You can search to channel. It'll just
Okay.
release on 6.
Cool. Well, if I don't die before then, because I'm not looking great, I'm about to take my 3rd wound.
Can you heal yourself?
I don't think that that's the priority right now. I was gonna do something else. Oh, Akonis, do you still have Alethos, do you still have a condition?
Yes, I am stunned.
Okay, for my minor action, I'm going to spend mana to remove that condition.
Unless a recovery removes conditions.
It does, but I don't want you to have to use that. I want you to be able to do your shit.
Okay, so it doesn't do HP and conditions. It just does one or
Right.
the other.
Yeah, these are 2 different abilities.
Okay. Okay.
One's
thank
Purge
you.
Malady, and the other is Heal. And then
Okay. That changes everything.
as per requested, I'm gonna scooch my happy ass over there. And I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't. I'm gonna leave Onion. Well, I'm gonna bring him with me, but he's not gonna do anything. That's my turn.
We love Onion in this house. Okay. That is defend. Blade 1 is still standing, so it is going to take a swing at GG. What is your dodge?
11.
11. Beats it. So you're going to take 4 points of physical damage.
Okay.
That is going to bring us to phase 2. Is anybody channeling?
I would like to surge and channel.
Absolutely.
What's the first one? It's just 2 stress.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Nate has redeemed a heroism point as well, so you have 2 in
Thank
the
you.
pool.
Are you saying I can't redeem a heroism point with my 600,000
Players
I
cannot
shall
redeem
channel
heroism points.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I can't see how many points I have. I think I have so many to
I-
the point it doesn't even show me anymore. It's like get
You
over it.
can't see in mod view, but if you go back to
Oh.
regular view, I think you
I'm
can.
not in mod view though. I don't understand mod view. It confuses me. There are too many extra buttons.
Was that the extent of your turn, Kian, to just start channeling?
Oh, I guess I can do other shit too. I forgot about that.
You can take a minor action.
Wait a second.
Oh,
Waiting.
sorry,
Oh,
I
never
only have
mind.
402,000 channel.
I'm going to spend a minor. Oh fuck. Do I still have enough? Yes. I'm going to use lay on hands on myself. Spend a recovery to gain bloodied HP back. Half of bloodied or bloodied amount. Yeah. And then I'm gonna hang out where I am because I don't know what everybody has planned. I don't want to be too close or too far.
Okay. Is anybody else?
That's right.
Is anybody else channeling? The Emperor is going to go. And assuming your immolation fields are still up,
Mm-hmm.
and since it's a new round, Tay, do you have any other things to stack on there?
He's already marked, right? He's still marked.
Yes,
Mark
correct.
can't stack, right?
Nope.
Nope. I don't think, unless
Did I
does
move?
the other things also happen? They are marked by the shade, and they must make a magic save. Do you think those are separate? Like, does he still make a magic save? Even though he's already
The mark occurs separately from the save. What happens if he
Okay.
doesn't save?
They lose 2 MP, and since he failed my save, he also gains stress.
Right. That is an 18 on the die for that save.
Nice. Okay, that one will hit. My save is 16.
Okay. He takes 4 damage, 2 and 2 from Maisie and Gigi. And then he's going to start channeling.
Hold it.
Hold it. Yeah, what's up?
I have Spellbreaker. All
What's up,
three.
Beast? This is
I'm going to use the break spell action.
This is not a spell.
It just says a character begins channeling within reach of one of my weapons. is the
Okie dokie.
trigger.
That you know what? That counts.
And
That's not on my
I'm-
face, players.
I'm going to attack him with the Wrath Chain.
Please.
Yeah, because it's not limited to just fighting. I can do a full attack with this.
Whoa, hello, Raiders.
Whoa,
Wow.
hi Raiders.
Laugh, love, Lindy. Welcome to Finale Town.
Oh,
Hi.
We are in the midst of a very pitched final boss fight for this arc.
Welcome to Jeet hurting us on purpose.
True.
Something I have
Although-
avidly admitted to and never lied about to anyone.
That's true. You've been pretty upfront since day one.
Hey,
Thanks,
That's like
Eve. Thank
gatekeep
you,
boss
Eve.
fight, you know?
hey Spark, I can add an advantage, an accuracy to this, right? With your mark.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
my
yeah.
first accuracy did not get me there. It was a 1.
Nice. Yeah, use the mark.
Oh, okay. That's a 6. That's a 16.
16 will hit the Emperor.
Beautiful. Let's
Um,
see. I'm gonna roll a d6 real quick.
Cool. I
That's a
have to do mental math.
5. He's still marked.
He takes 14 damage.
Hey.
First damage.
And he's sundered, so he ignores armor.
And I believe he has to make a concentration check for that.
Does that specify? Because it is not a spell. He's not. forced.
Okay. No, if he doesn't have to make a concentration check to
I
then
don't know,
it
homie.
won't
Every
fall.
time I got a channel, I got to make concentration checks.
That's because you're casting spells. This is a
I don't
skill.
see how that's. I don't see how that's distinct. It comes from techniques. It comes from everything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I keep forgetting to gain focus.
Well, it is called
Aw.
Spellbreaker.
I've gone
Does
twice, so I'm gonna need
does
to
the
look at
attack
it.
prevent the channeling from taking place?
No,
Is that what Spellbreaker?
No.
Okay, so it's just
it
a
just means I get to attack and hopefully make a concentration.
he did hit a 19 on the die.
on the concentration
it-
save.
Yeah, for what it's worth.
Okay. He becomes dazed and until the end of his turn, or until the end of his next turn, and takes 3 stress. That doesn't trigger an additional concentration save, though.
Okay. Stress. What is your stress sitting at, buddy? Not great. Where's the stress table? He does overstress.
Huge.
Huge indeed. Where's my
Enormous.
D6? Ginormous. Okay. He's going to lose 1 technique, it looks like. If I'm reading that right. Yes. Cool. And that has rolled over. Cool. So that effect is still going to go off. Bestie, we are going to teleport 1 blade here, move 1 blade here, move 1 blade here. I am telegraphing an attack to you guys. He is channeling. It's the same as last time. That is his phase 2 action. We are moving on to phase 3. Does anyone have any mark, search, or volley actions they would like to take?
Me, please. I would like to first how does like stacking the stress help us? Because I've like stacked a lot of stress. Like, what does overstress mean mechanically?
So overstress is another way to defeat opponents. If you can drive his stress over the stress cap of 4, that will also phase him down. However,
okay, so I have to get him over 4, like however many times.
Over 4 overstresses, yes. However, since he's a boss, defeating him down to his HP will also phase him down because he does not take wounds.
Right. Okay. So tactically, it doesn't matter if I give him more stress.
It might induce an effect because of the overstress table, but unless you can fully overclock his stress now, you are way more likely to damage him down because he has 1 HP. I will be completely upfront with you guys right now.
Beautiful. Well, okay. While I try to decide what me as a person will do, I'm gonna have my little guy go first. What is the like movement rules in this? Like, if I stay within his threat range, is it fine? Or
so yes, as long as you stay within his area, he cannot take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And as a boss, he gets a bajillion of them.
Yeah, so he's just gonna like hop, or he's not a frog. He's gonna slither to the other side of the boss. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess just do that same damn thing, because that seems like a really good ability here, of where the lightning starts to kind of gather on his little axe, a lot of frills and such, and then he's just gonna point blank fucking ray into this guy and into this other sword. So it'll be a line 15.
Agility save?
Yes. He's still grappled and a bunch of other shitty things.
He is still grappled. I believe that actually does auto fail him because he can't move.
I was hoping, but I didn't remember.
You can feel free to correct me about that. Let's go to the statuses page. Let's go gambling.
I missed the one ability that I needed to read last round.
Can move. The larger character can move normally. The smaller character is immobilized, but it's dragged along. The initiator is the same size. They count as the larger one during the turn. Grapple. Free action. Characters are no longer adjacent to each other. Initiator ends it as a free action. There's no rule that says he can't make agility saves in the grappled status. So that's going to be a 20 on the die for him, and
screw you, man.
That's a 2 on the die for the sword.
Fine. Well, the sword takes 10 force damage.
Which sword? That's sword numero uno. That sword dies.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, the Emperor still is going to take 5 force damage, but now my summon is basically he shorted himself out a little bit and can't do
Aw.
anything.
My
for a
buddy,
turn.
no.
He can't. He's a little fried.
Okay. All right. The dancing blades remaining rise into the air, and then
I haven't gone yet. That
he's
was just my
phasing
little
down. Would you
guy.
like to save your turn until after he's phased down?
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. I guess.
Well,
So.
he's transforming technically.
I thought they were about to fuck us up, and I was like,
No. He's having a boss moment.
Okay. That's
Please hold while I go check the boss rules for phasing down. Each boss has 3 stages representing changes to the boss's ability and fighting style. Okay.
I'm supposed to do 3 damage to all adjacent enemies when I crit
fine.
last turn. I don't think it makes a difference, but I'm sad about it. It is about that time of the night when everybody's finishing up their streams or raiding in. And here we are.
Here we are.
Phase 2 of 3.
another raid. It's phase 2
What's
of
up,
2.
raiders?
I have
What's
making the
up?
call.
You cut the last one.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much.
Hey Tim, sorry about cutting that last one.
Yeah, no, the
but we
stage
start late
occurs
over here.
immediately. We do start late. Hello, welcome
Also,
raiders.
JT realized how mean they're being.
Nope. No, I was just concerned about time.
Boo.
So,
You respect sleep, let it be known.
you hit the Emperor for the last bit of damage that they need, and their eyes pulse a bright blue light. The dancing blades all pulse with it, rise into the air, and then come crashing down, embedding themselves into the ground. They begin to pulse with power as etheric currents coalesce, manifesting a makeshift ley line network with the Blade Master at the center.
How dare you bring ley lines into this?
Well, Maisie wasn't gonna, or Gigi wasn't gonna do it.
Gigi's yelling extra dimensionally.
No!
My ley lines.
New
Plot
swords
twist.
are going to get
Plot
deployed.
twist. Other Gigi appears via ley lines.
4, 5, 6.
Maisie has 2 hands, it's fine.
Swords.
I need y'all to know that my summon has more HP than Spark.
Okay,
Just
so a
saying.
new event is going to occur.
I just did the math, and it's a lot higher.
A new event is going to occur with the blades being summoned. This event is called Claim the Blade. Guardians have one of 2 states in this stage, claimed or unclaimed. And I'm allowed to read this to you. PCs can claim a Guardian by taking 2 stress as a free action while standing in its space. Once claimed, the Guardian is removed from the battlefield, but keep track of the PC which claimed it and its current HP. If a PC with a claimed Guardian is defeated, the Guardian is returned to the battlefield in the closest free space in an unclaimed state. Tater has the zoomies.
He's claimed a blade. He's taken it and run.
And then I can read
That's
this
crazy.
as well. At the start of each round, all Guardians are teleported throughout the battlefield. That was their placement this round. At the end of each round, the power erupts across the battlefield, dealing 4 force damage per unclaimed Guardian this round to all enemies in the scene. This is treated as 1 instance of damage.
So
For example, if one Guardian would... you got it. So it's 6 instances of 4. It's 24 damage total to everyone. If the Guardians are unclaimed or undefeated. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Spark, would you like to take the rest of your turn?
Yeah. Kit, you said you can do a stress stacker?
I can. Yeah.
I can make them take double stress. Would you like me to do that or hurt him?
I am also between those two options. So.
Okay. So if yours is also just making them double stress, then.
Yeah, mine is multiplier. Mine is not actually. Well, if you could, maybe make that stress stack. Because I think I can also give him stress after. Maybe.
Okay. Secondary question: is the mark still on him?
He is fully healed. He loses all statuses and conditions.
Okay.
So, Maisie, he's as of current ungrappled by you. For now.
We can fix that.
Does he look different?
Okay.
Yeah. You look at him as he sort of stands back up. He had fallen to his knees and he hobbles back. And when he looks up, there is just a ley line scar down his face, cut through by the etheric force. And you can see at his feet there is a power sort of pulsing out and welling within and around him.
Can I have a summon claim the sword since they can like
Let me read
do
the
actions and
rules.
stuff for me?
Thanks, Tater.
Actually, very important for me as well. Thank you.
PC
like, I
is to claim a
specifically
guardian
have
by
a-
taking 2 stress as a free action while standing in its space.
Because I have a thing where
Yeah.
my familiars can take my actions for me.
If a familiar is taking a PC action, I will say yes, it can claim a guardian.
Could I feasibly do that? Like, I claim one, I summon a summon on another one. My next turn, they use their action to claim it. Like, can I have multiple summons, use my action multiple turns feasibly? I don't know if I'd ever actually be able to do that much turns.
Each summon gets their own action. I will say if you have an ability.
These are the familiars, not my
Familiar.
big guy. My big guy gets his own turn. My familiars get my turn.
I will say one familiar can take your action.
Okay. I think then I would like to because they're gonna fuck us up. Are there 5 again? Good God. I thought we killed some. Did they come back when he phased?
Probably.
Yeah, they did.
So mean.
Is it?
Okay.
Is it mean? Is it mean what you've done to us?
Is it mean, Jesus? Okay.
We killed
I
the
want to
full
kind
two
of
in
do
the face.
something stupid, but I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till next turn, or the end of it at least. I would like to. I'm gonna run up 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take this one by Alethos because I don't want it to AoE them again.
The only AoE I think you have to worry about, I'm still kind of reading through this. The only AoE you really have to worry about with this right now is the arena-wide effect. So it doesn't matter where Alethos is standing, but you are
Oh, gotcha.
reducing the amount of damage that everybody is taking.
Okay. And it's a minor action?
It is a free action. You take 2
Free
stress.
action. 2 stress on
Where's your
it.
token?
Oh man, keep doing it the wrong way. So now I'm at 5. I'm under the one right by Alethos, but it's on top of me.
Okay. That one is unclaimed, or that one is now claimed. I will rotate it to indicate it is claimed.
Okay. And then you said if I have them take an action to claim it, so could I feasibly free action for me, but then make my summon have an action?
I will allow that.
Okay. Could I then have retroactively dropped off a flub onto this guy, and I will use my action?
Sure thing.
So
That
I
sword is
will
now
at least
claimed by Flub.
reduce or flump. I think it was flump. There was an F at the end.
Flump, of course.
So that will at least reduce 2 swords worth of bullshit.
Legally distinct from Flump, property of Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah. It's just the kind of noise it makes when he moves.
It's spelled completely differently.
Yeah. Then that is that was a free action, an action. Could I
Mhm.
also search as my minor action with copycat, please? And I want to see the new bullshit for this guy. Same as Kit, I get all the attributes and stuff because I have up to level 2 in it.
Same PDF.
Yeah.
Page 53.
50. Oh, there I am. Okay,
The
cool.
basic stuff is bulk 4, agility 6, mind 2, magic 0, HP 50, stress cap 8, dodge 14, speed 5, ADF 9, mana 4. And then he has a bunch of silly, goofy traits.
I'm also going to use an MP and access one of those pieces of equipment or techniques until the end of the scene. I don't know what though. I'm going to read these. Because I don't know if he's got any.
He's
Because
got a
what it
couple
said,
of all the things.
abilities, equipment or techniques. Does he have equipment or techniques?
He has techniques.
Is that the blue? Is that the
and
skills?
Equipment. Yeah, skills, and then he has one equipment, dash strike.
Okay, cool. Ouch. Okay. Fuck this guy, man.
He has maybe the most broken trait I've ever seen. If you look at You Have My Attention 1.
Rude.
It's terrible. It's so mean.
So I see that, and I see that mana application.
Yeah, this is playtest material, so I'm gonna bring it up to
So you're
the
using
author.
no, but I just for our edification, you're using You Have My Attention.
Yeah, since we're in phase 2 now, we are using You Have My Attention.
Understood.
So he can never fail.
No, you can use this ability as many times.
He can never
per
fail.
roll
He can
as you
roll
want.
until he succeeds.
It's crazy. I love this so much. I don't.
What the fuck are we supposed to do about that?
I'm gonna levy that at the designers. Just be like, hey, what?
Maybe like a number of times equal to number of PCs.
Even that would be better than you may use this trait any number of times per roll.
I don't love unlimited like ever in a game.
I will be limiting it to
frankly,
one per roll.
Yeah.
I will allow him a
Okay.
free reroll. Because I'm
that's just
not
me,
a
though.
monster. I'm not a monster, Jake. To quote the Chucky sci-fi series when talking about his non-binary nephew.
I see.
Real, by the way. 100% real.
100%.
He's a gender fluid kid.
Honey pea.
Okay. That was Taylor's turn. Is anybody else going in phase 3?
I don't think so.
Anyone at all? I don't see any hands up and raised. Anyone? Yes, Kit.
Don't be mean.
I'm sorry.
I would like to phase 3, if I may be so kind.
You sure
And
can.
since it was topical, and we've just been discussing this, and thank you for clarifying the rules. So my copycat is level 3,
Mhm.
which means I get to copy traits.
Mhm.
So I'm going to spend an MP, and now you have my attention.
Okay. And I will be making you use my ruling for that.
That's fine. That's why
Okay.
I'm glad that you clarified it before I said anything. Just so that we're aware. That is, I don't believe, is an action. That's just something that comes with.
It's just a trait, yeah.
It's just a thing that
It's
happens.
it's just a fact of his mattering.
It's just a funny little, bit of lore. But so for phase 3, I would like to do. Oh yeah, I'm well within scope. I'd like to do a funny little thing called Strangle.
That
This is
sounds
a funny
funny.
little.
Do we have
It's like
the
a
same
story.
character sheets? We have
We
the same abilities.
So we took. I think we took a similar class somewhere in there. And stuff. It's real goofy how you can overlap characters and still have incredibly distinct little guys.
love it. Yeah.
Love systems like this. But so I'm gonna strangle. And I'm gonna use specifically if I can hit him, Hangman's Handshake.
Okay. What's that do?
Until the end of the target's next turn, they gain an extra stress anytime they take stress.
Okay.
And the funny thing about this is that if I don't hit, I can just re-roll it, as discussed. So this is a spell attack, so that's going to be. Let's re-roll that. That wasn't very good. There we go. Plus, I'm assuming it's a spell attack, so magic. Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 will hit and crit.
Cool. Cool. Gnarly. So anytime this fool will take a stress, they're gonna take an additional stress.
Yep.
Which is fun and zesty. And then I'm gonna do just a little fun little minor action. Called familiar form.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know anybody that might be friendly to this fool, but I do know someone who is at least mechanically important. So
Okay.
Alethos comes up from the ground where they have been hiding. Except for it's not Alethos. It's Archimicarus.
Okay.
And I'm going to, ascend from the tiles of the floor. Just sort of, I guess, a couple spaces behind him. I don't know orientation. So anytime he attacks me, any character that attacks me in this form, actually, will take 2 stress. Just fact of life. And I am like this for the rest of the scene, unless I say otherwise. So now Archimicarus has entered chat. And let's see, he's within 3. Just need to make sure that this doesn't trigger. No, I'll reach 1. Doubt.
Doubt.
No, but that